This is me.
Hey guys, it's your girl Lock Culture and I am back here with a brand new video. If this is your first time vibing with me, vibing with your girl, go ahead, do your girl a solid. Like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your notification bell so you can be updated the next time your girl posts a video. So go ahead, let's get comfortable, y'all, because today I am here to drop some gems on you guys. I know you guys are probably alarmed by the title. I just want to go ahead and jump into this video. No, this was not clickbait. This is some real heart-to-heart reasons why you guys should not get Sisterlocks. So please grab your hot Cheetos, your hot sausages, y'all pickle eggs, pig feet if that's what you into. Go ahead, relax, get comfortable, some fruit, some celery, eat your snacks, and let's get into this chit chat. Okay guys, reason number one, you should not get Sisterlocks if you cannot afford Sisterlocks. Honestly, I just think it's worse than buying a car you can't afford. For me, my hair alone costed $1,350, okay? And that is super expensive if you don't have a reliable job. You know, and I'm not saying you can't save up and work hard for it, but if you're not thinking long term, Sisterlocks ideally would not be the hairstyle for you. Financially, it's not the best way to go, and it's gonna be, the cost of your Sisterlock is going to be contingent upon your loctician. It's going to be contingent upon how much hair you have, and it's also going to be contingent upon how frequently you're going for your reties. Some locticians will charge anywhere between $20, which is typically like a trainee, $20 an hour, anywhere between $35 or $40 an hour for a retightening. And on average, if you have a full head of hair like I do, it could take anywhere between 4 hours and 5 hours to get your hair done. So you can find yourself spending anywhere between $100 to $200 between each appointment. So it's not just finding money for that install, it's finding that money for those reties and the maintenance and the upkeep of that hair. So if you know financially you're not in the place where you can go ahead and pay for Sisterlocks, I would advise you not to do it. It is just not worth it. It's better just to wait when you have, the funds and you're able to go ahead and afford this hairstyle, and not stress about you needing to go in and pay, oh, I don't have any money, I can't go get my hair appointment, my hair appointments are spaced out because I can't afford it. The number one thing, if you don't have the money for it, just wait till you do, or look into getting traditional locks. Traditional locks are beautiful. Install is about $45, and that's something that's easy for you to upkeep on your own. Okay guys, reason number two, you should not get Sisterlocks if you don't have patience. Cause sis, listen to me, listen to your girl, listen. If you don't have the patience, Sisterlocks is not for you. The install alone will test your patience, and I sat through 2 installs, so I think the definition of patience is me, Lock Culture, Lydia. I'm the definition of patience. I sat through 2 installs, and my last install took, y'all, that's a story for another day. It took a long time for me to get through this install. So if you don't have the patience to sit there for days, anywhere between 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, depending on your consultant, how much hair you have, how long your hair is. If you don't have the patience to sit for an extended period of time, then Sisterlocks may not be for you. You may have sat through some box braids. You may have sat through some rope twists, but I promise you, there's nothing that would test your patience like sitting through some Sisterlocks. You have to have patience. Without it, I don't know what to tell you. And it's not only, again, like I said earlier, it's not only patience to sit through that install, it's patience to sit through that retightening, and sitting through that retightening every 4 to 5 weeks. So listen, you're gonna be in that chair 4 or 5 hours once a month, and you just have to have the patience to deal with it and let your loctician do what she does. If you don't have the patience, then sis, this may not be for you. You gotta have that. You know what I'm saying? You need that. All right, y'all. So we have reason number 3. Y'all listen up. Listen here. Sisterlocks is an investment. It is super, super, super expensive, you know. And I would say, I mean, it's expensive for a hairstyle, you know. And I would say if you're not dedicated to the style, Sisterlocks may not be for you. Like, and guess what? That's okay. If you're one of those people where, you know, you interchange through hairstyles frequently, you're in between a big chop, you're in between a perm, you're in between a pixie cut, you're in between some box braids, you know, you're in between things that would essentially, if you're one of those people where you just can't make up your mind and you don't know where you are in your life right now, you're not ready to commit, like, this is a commitment, like I'm basically married to my hair. Like, if you're not ready to commit to your hair, then this style is not for you. And I don't want to deter anyone from going ahead and doing what you want to do with your money, because by all means, hey sis, calm down. That's your money. Do what you want to do with your money. But at the end of the day, I'd be doing you a disservice by not giving you a heads up. Like, you would spend all that money for a install only to turn around and, you know, spend all that money to go ahead and upkeep it and to realize you don't want it no more. So, like, you have to be dedicated. Like, you have to be sure, like, okay, this is what I want. And don't just think about the now, right? Because I know we have some impulsive people. Like, don't think about it just like now. Like, damn, right now, like, you know, I came across this girl's page. Her hair looks so beautiful. I think I want Sisterlocks. I'm going to go ahead and get Sisterlocks. Like, don't do it based off of impulse. Do your research. Take some time. Figure out if this is really what you want to do. Picture yourself. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Now say, I'm picturing myself with Sisterlocks. Y'all eyes not closed. Close your eyes and picture yourself with Sisterlocks. Now, project 10 years out. Do you still have Sisterlocks? Is this something you see yourself with 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 100 years from now? Is this something that you see yourself still committing to? If it's not, if you're not sure, then I just don't think Sisterlocks is the style for you. And I'm just, at the end of the day, sis, I'm looking out for your pockets, man. You know what I'm saying? It's an epidemic going on out here. A lot of people ain't got jobs. So if you don't think that financially, you know, well, rewind. You might be financially stable enough to go ahead and make that choice and just go ahead and do something else. At the end of the day, I would just say, as I told you, you need patience to get the locks. I would say don't waste your time if you're not sure this is not something you see yourself doing long term. Don't be impulsive. You know what I'm saying? Think it through. Ain't nothing wrong with that, sis. Okay, guys, reason number 4. You should not... Listen, you should not get Sisterlocks if you ain't done your research. See, I can laugh about this because, listen, you better do your research. Do your research. Do not find yourself in somebody's seat without doing your research. What is research? I'll tell you. You need to be on the Sisterlocks website. You don't need to be on Instagram. You don't need to be on Facebook. You don't need to be on Google. You need to be on the Sisterlocks website. Go to the website. Find your city. Find your if you're, because they do have some people who are certified in Africa and they have people who are certified consultants in the islands. Find where you're from. Find a place that's close enough to where you're from and the commute isn't going to be too much for you. Find someone. Then call around. See if you like their personality. Go for that consultation. Listen, you can go for a consultation, but that does not mean that you have to let that person install your hair. Do not let these consultations make you feel like you're locked in, like it's a lifetime agreement. That couldn't be further from the truth. A consultation is exactly what it sounds like. It's a consult. You want to see if this person is someone that you want to go ahead and let in your head, and you're going to go ahead and trust with your lifetime commitment. So if you have not done your research, sis, I don't know, man. I don't know what you're doing. You're playing the game wrong. You know what I'm saying? The first things first, it always comes down to research. Go to the Sisterlocks website, find you a trainee or find you a certified consultant, do some research, ask for some pictures, ask for some photos, look at some other clients that they've had, and then just take it from there. And then also things you want to go ahead and be sure that when you're doing those research, you should know what to expect when you're going to these consultations. You should expect anywhere between 12 to maybe 24 locks. And I said maybe. It could be sometimes. I didn't get 8. I had about 12. I had 12 test locks. You should expect 12 test locks in different areas of your hair. You should expect to watch the Sisterlock videos so that you know your joint, like, come into Sisterlocks. Like, those are VHSs, and I think they have DVDs, and they even have them on YouTube. The videos that you're watching while you're getting your hair, you know, while you're there for your consult. Your loctician is telling you, like, okay, they're examining your hair. They're giving you the Sisterlock shampoo for you to wash your hair with while you're away for your consult, and your hair can, while you're washing your hair with they're doing, okay, let me rewind a little bit. The reason why they're doing the consults for them to see what pattern works best for your hair, the best pattern for locking. So they're gonna also give you a shampoo. They've done different sections of your hair with those test locks, and they've given you that shampoo so that they can see, like, okay, maybe the reverse 4 works for her, or maybe, the 3-point, angle works for her. Like, y'all, I'm not familiar with all the lingo, but the most important thing is when you're going to that consult that you're getting all that information from that consultation, because that is a part of your research. And you also want to be sure, I'm gonna say that for the next question, I'm gonna say that for the next tip, but you just need to be sure that you're doing your research, honey. If you don't do your research, I promise you it's not worth it. It is not worth it in the end. So do your research. Reason number 5, you should not get, like, I'm tired of telling people this, like, you should not get Sisterlocks if your hair is severely damaged. Severely damaged. Sisterlocks are not band-aids. It's not peroxide, it's not Neosporin, it's not no quick fix, okay? If your hair is severely damaged, take care of your hair first. Let's say you want Sisterlocks, but your hair is severely damaged. Take care of your hair first. Take care of your hair, and then, go to get locks. And I would say that because you have some consultants out there who are just money hungry and will still go ahead and put a full set of locks in your hair, knowing that your hair is jacked up from the front to the back. They know that your hair is severely, you may be having, like, your hair could be, patching, it could be shedding severely, you could have a lot of heat damage, you have a lot of color damage, and they'll go ahead and they'll put locks on that. And then in the end, once you get those locks installed, you'll find that you're having slippage, you're having shedding, you're still going through the same problems you had before. But you want to know why you're going through those problems you had before? Because your hair was damaged, sis. It was damaged before. So because it was damaged before, the locks, this is not gonna make it any less damaged now. I'm just saying, I don't think I'm the sharpest tool in the kit, but you just gotta do what makes sense. If your hair, and again, the key word is severely damaged, you're suffering from severely damaged hair, I would go ahead and I would take the time to better my hair, get it into a state where it's no longer shedding, get it to the state where it doesn't have to be 100% healthy, but healthy enough to go ahead and withhold the locks. Then I would go ahead and do that, because you don't want to put, all that money into, your hair, and your hair is damaged and your locks don't look like how you want them to because your hair was damaged. And this is not for people who have thinning hair. Like, if your hair is thinning, a lot of times that comes with old age and that comes with tension. Locks can help with that. Getting Sisterlocks can help with tension. Getting Sisterlocks can help with thinning hair. And that's mostly because this hairstyle is low manipulation. The lower the manipulation, the more your hair is going to grow. The more hair follicles you have at your scalp, they're going to be relaxed enough and they're not going to feel any tension. They're not going to be shocked, and they're going to go ahead, and the hair that used to be there is going to feel comfortable enough to grow because there's no more tension. The tension you get is maybe once a month, but your loctician should not be tightening your hair to the point where it's like super tight. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, just be sure, if your hair severely damages, take care of home first before you go ahead and let somebody put some locks in there. And you have some locticians that say straight up, sis, I can't, we're gonna get this hair healthy first, and then we'll go ahead and put in the locks. But your hair is not in the state today to get them locks put in. And that's just, hey, that's the real. It is what it is. Reason number 6, do not get Sisterlocks, guys, if you don't have the time. If your schedule is just too busy for you to go ahead and work something out with your consultant to be back in that person's chair 4 weeks, 5 weeks from the time of the initial install or the last appointment, then there's no point in you getting Sisterlocks. Time is so important. You cannot put your hair on the back burner. Your hair has to be a priority. You need to be able to prioritize your day, prioritize your month, prioritize your week. Your hair, if it's not on your list of prioritization and you don't have the time to upkeep your hair, going in on irregular periods could cause a lot of damage and cause a lot of breakage. Let me explain. I have always, since I've gotten this set of install, I have always been available either every 4 weeks or every 5 weeks, and it's not on my end. It's my loctician, and she's a very busy lady, so she schedules me in always within the 4 to 5 week period. I would not go anywhere outside of the 5 week period, and that's just me. That's how I feel comfortable. I'm not saying that needs to be you. Now, when you go long periods, let's say 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, I'm not even gonna play with you. If you go an extended period of time without getting your hair retightened because you don't have the time to, sis, by the time you go back to your loctician's chair, you may suffer from what they like to call is breakage. Your locks could essentially snap. The reason why, the roots is new growth. It's new growth hair. It's loose, natural hair. Your ends are locks. This is locked hair. The consistency between your hair that's actually locked and the new growth that has just been retightened is completely different. Go back, think back to the install, or think back to someone's install video. Do you see how thin the hair is prior to it locking? Your hair is not gonna be seamless. The locks would not be seamless. They will look, I wanna say, patchy in growth. You'll have one part of your hair, like let's say 4 inches locked, and then the rest of it straight. That's not cute. 1, that's not healthy. 2, and 3, again, you will suffer from a lot of breakage. You need to stay on top of your appointments to avoid breakage. But listen, y'all didn't hear it from me. If you don't have the time to get your hair done, that whole aesthetic to Sisterlocks is that even, clean look, that scattered look where you can see when somebody's has taken a long break in between their reties and gone back and get a retie. Like it's spotty. You can see that their lock doesn't look seamless. You see in a straw, smooth. When you see someone with that's taking some time out to go get their hair locked, their hair looks spotty. It's similar to like nerds on a rope. I don't know how to describe it, guys. It just doesn't look good. Reason number 7, you should not be getting Sisterlocks, guys, if you cannot follow directions. I already told y'all to like, comment, and subscribe. Did y'all do it? No. Some of y'all did, and I rock with y'all for that. But the rest of y'all, go ahead, help us out. That's just my little drop. No, seriously. You should not be getting Sisterlocks, guys, if you cannot follow directions. Directions is the most important key. It's the most important part of your lock journey. If your loctician tells you to wash and band, what that means is you put your hair in a braid, you fold it up, put a rubber band on the end, you wash your hair. That is how you need to wash your hair. You can't play by your own rules and just say, well, this time I'm just gonna go ahead and wash it like this. You cannot do that, y'all. That's not a choice for y'all to make. The reason why, when you wash your hair freely and your loctician has not given you the okay to go ahead and wash your hair, you know what happens? Some of those locks can go ahead and start to unravel, right? It's called slippage. Your locks can slip, right? When you're not taking care of your hair and you're washing your hair freely and things like that, and it's drying and you're not following what your loctician is telling you to do, you can suffer from things called bunching, right? If your loctician tells you, hey, be sure once you're done washing and banding your hair, you take down those braids, make sure you're separating from the root so that your locks are not trying to join. That's important. Those things are important because that's all a part of the aesthetic look of your Sisterlocks. If you can't follow those simple directions, then sis, why are you wasting all that money? You have to be willing to follow your loctician's directions. If you can't follow directions, then Sisterlocks is not for you because it comes with a lot of rules. And it's not because they're trying to be difficult or anything like that. They're just trying to make sure, hey, we know you invested into this, so we want to make sure that you get your hair as aesthetically pleasing as possible. In order for that to be the case, you need to take care of your hair. Here are the directions. That's it. Simple. Reason number 8. Y'all should not get Sisterlocks if you are not ready to make a new friend, right? I know a lot of times people like to keep business and pleasure separate, like going to your hair, getting it retightened, getting done. You may see that as a business transaction when it shouldn't feel that way, right? This person is going to be someone that you're trusting to basically take care of your hair, you know, put you in a position where this investment isn't going to waste. So a lot of times, and this kind of goes back to the research, when you're researching, you want to be sure that when you're going to those consults that you feel a connection with the person that's doing your hair, because this is going to be a long-term relationship, right? Even if you do take the self-retightening class, you may find yourself going back to that person's chair from time to time, but like the amount of time that you spend in that person's chair, it's hard for you not to have, like, you know, a conversation. It's hard for you not to, like, you know, joke and laugh and, you know, just kind of build like a bond. It's no different from going to the salon. The only difference is you're not there for as long of a time. With this person, this is someone that you've trusted with your hair. This is someone that you built a relationship with. This is someone that you could essentially have like a long-term relationship with. I know some people, you know, build like real bonds, family type bonds with their consultants, and that is like so important, because like for me, like let's just say hypothetically, if there were a time where you know you really needed your hair retightened and maybe you were short on some money, or maybe there was a time where you really needed your hair retightened and you know it was after hours, depending on the relationship you have with your consultant, they may be willing to go ahead and you like say, hey, well, you know, you can pay me when you get paid, or pay me half now, pay me half later. Or they can say, hey, yeah, you know I'm closed, but you know you're good people, you know you're really sweet, you're really nice when you come in and things like that, so I'll go ahead and I'll take you after hours, or I'll take you before hours. Like there's just things that they're willing to do. They're willing to be more flexible with you or for you when you have that relationship. So I feel like if you're not ready to be open with someone in that capacity, then Sisterlocks may not be for you. And even if you do have a transactional personality type, just be open to like the idea of meeting someone new, because I mean, my loctician, she's so sweet. You know, Christmas she gives me gifts. You know, I feel appreciated as one of her clients. And you know, there's been times where she's taken me early, and there's been times where she's taken me late. So you just want to be open to that relationship because it's real. You know what I'm saying? You know, do people right, and they do right by you. Period. Reason number 9, guys, listen. The number 1 reason I have my Sisterlocks is because I have hair freedom. Hair freedom. What is hair freedom, you may ask? I'll explain. Hair freedom is that feeling where you can get up, shower, go ahead, do your thug thizzle, you know, and you know, get ready to go to work and not have to worry about your hair, right? Or that moment where you're laying in bed and your girlfriends call you, you know, 9 o'clock at night, like, girl, let's go to happy hour. Well, not happy hour. Girl, let's go get some drinks. Let's go to the club. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's go do something. You don't have to say, well, dang, girl, I can't go because my hair ain't done. Sis, you have locks. Get up, spray some water in there and go. Live your life, sis. If hair freedom isn't something that you aspire to have, isn't something you want, then Sisterlocks may not be for you. This is the most freeing hairstyle to ever hit the planet. And it's not, and I'm, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna be a little bit more open with this. All locks, majority of locks are freeing. Why, you ask? Because you can just literally get up, spray some water if you have Sisterlocks. You know what I'm saying? Just roll up the front if you have traditional locks. Interlock the front if you have micro locks. There's so many different type of locks out there, guys. That's a video for another day. There's so many different things that you can go ahead and do and just be out the house in like 5 minutes. And the hair is the least of your worries. You never have to worry about, well, what am I going to do with my hair? Because you have locks. It's literally hair freedom. Eyes free now, Harpo. Eyes free. Hey guys, and last but not least, reason number 10. You should not get Sisterlocks if you are not ready. Think about the things that we just went through. Think about the things that we just talked about, right? Were any of those things kind of like reaching out to you like, damn, you know, dang, I don't have any patience, or wait, I don't really think I can afford that right now, or I haven't even done my research, you know, I don't have the patience. If any of those things that I stated before reaches out to you or resonates inside you, I think that Sisterlocks may not be ready and may not be for you, right? And you may not be ready. But here's the thing, just because you're not ready now doesn't mean you won't be ready later, right? As I told you, don't be impulsive. Take your time. Think about it. You're not racing against any clock. You're not in competition with anybody. Take your time and figure out what it is that you want to do, because it's an investment. This is a lifetime commitment. Why would you not want to take the time and figure out if this is something that you really want? Like I told you guys earlier, close your eyes, picture yourself with Sisterlocks. Is this something that you see yourself with the rest of your life? If it's not, I'm not mad. I mean, I could care less. Other people out there, they could care less. This is your head. You have to want it for yourself. You have to say, do I have the time? Do I have the money? Do I have the patience? Do I want to have hair freedom? Are these the things that you want? If not, it's totally okay. No one is going to pressure you. But be sure that if you're going to get Sisterlocks, I really just think that you should be sure that you're ready. Because the only mistake I ever made getting Sisterlocks was that I didn't do it sooner. That is the biggest mistake I ever made. And I knew I was ready 5 years ago and I didn't get it. So I got it a year ago. So 4 years later, but I knew I wanted Sisterlocks the moment I, did my research and found out what they were. I always knew I wanted it. It was just a matter of financially, I just couldn't afford it. So I knew that wasn't something that I was going to put myself in, and I wasn't going to invest in something so expensive that I couldn't afford the upkeep for. So just to be clear, if you're not ready, it's okay. But be sure to ask yourself before you go sit in anyone's chair, am I ready to get Sisterlocks? Alright guys, so thank you so much for making it to the end of my video today. It's been a pleasure talking with you guys. Hopefully the tips and the information I gave you guys were super helpful in helping you come to your decision as to whether or not Sisterlocks is for you. And if you already have them, welcome to the party, girl. And yes, go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know what you guys want to see for the next video. Let me know what you liked about this video, and let me know what thoughts are have you on a fence right now about whether or not you should get Sisterlocks or not. Let's just talk about it. Go ahead, leave a comment. I'm really good at responding back. And yeah, that's it. I had so much fun today. Please be on the lookout for my next video. And it's your girl, Lock Culture, and I am signing out.